All right, well, we are here for another TwineTime blog interview. Very exciting addition to the TwineTime blog family today. I am sitting down with Bruce Mouat from Scotland. Hi, Bruce.
Hi. How are you?
Thanks for being part of the blog family.
No
Excited
problem.
to have you.
Yeah, I'm excited to do it.
Excellent. Well, we know you're here for Champions Cup and lots to talk about on that.
Yep.
We'll get to that. But I have a hard, grilling, impossible question to ask you to start this off with.
Fun.
We're not going to let you in easy on this.
Okay.
It's the most difficult question I'm going to ask you today.
Mm-hmm.
In Vegas, I was asked this probably by more than a handful of people. 9, 12 people asked me this one question that I have to ask you. Okay. I've been asked it numerous times on tour this season at events.
Uh-huh.
Biggest question, hardest question. Ready?
Yeah.
How do you pronounce your last name?
Mouat, not Mouat.
See, it seems easy.
Yeah.
But why does everybody mispronounce it?
I don't know. My team have decided to start just calling me Mouat. Given I'm still kind of hoping that people are going to start realizing that it's Mouat, but I mean, I don't know. I get called it all the time back home. My dad said Mouat as well, but my grandpa always said Mouat, so I kind of go with my grandpa rather than my
that's fair.
name,
That's fair.
Yeah.
So does anyone actually pronounce it correct on tour then?
There was 2 times when the announcer at Vegas said it right, and then the rest of the time he said it wrong. So he came up to me the first time I met him and he was like, "How do you actually pronounce your last name?" So I told him, and it took him about 10 attempts to try and get it right, and then eventually he got it, and then twice when he was doing the Tannoy MC stuff,
yeah,
he got it right, and then the other times he just converted back to whatever he thought was easiest to get. So.
Poor Stu.
Yeah,
trying to learn everyone's names.
Yeah, I know.
It cannot be easy.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe it's a Canadian thing. Maybe none of us are just able to say it.
It was probably easier than like the Koreans to say, so I guess.
I don't know. Team Kim sounds pretty easy to say.
Oh well, that's true. Yeah. They're all really nice guys as well, so I'm sure they're not even caring. But I'm just like, no, my name is this.
So we've already learned you're a hardcore on your name. Pronounce it right.
Yeah.
Everyone get it right now. Say it again.
Mouat.
You got all that? Everyone's got to say it. Yeah.
Now people are going to be Mouat. No, it's not. Anyway.
That's what you'll get this week.
Yeah, exactly.
Mouat. Oh, it's like a cat. That's not going to be one. There you go.
It's like, so someone came up to me and said, so it's not like mowing a lawn, it's like mow, right? I don't know what mow would be, but don't say mow as in like you're mowing a lawn.
Right.
It's just mow, yeah.
So it's basically like there'd be a W in there, but there isn't one.
Yes, there's a U.
That's right. Oh, yeah, Scottish people.
Sorry.
Make things so difficult for us Canadians to pronounce. Mouat. Is that right?
You nailed it, yeah.
See? Okay, there we go. We got it under wraps. All right. Well, speaking about Vegas, let's talk about that. First time in Vegas, we've learned from you. Mm-hmm. First World Championship. First medal for you. You go and pick up a bronze. What was it like? What was the Vegas experience like for you and the team?
Yeah, I mean, for us, we were focusing on trying to get to the Worlds because that was our biggest goal for the season.
Yeah.
So we had to go through our Scottish Championships and then the World Playoff with Kyle, which was like 2 weeks after, just after you got back from the Olympics.
Yeah.
So getting to Vegas on our first Worlds was just the kind of goal we had set all season, and it was like a dream come true for us.
Yeah.
We were so excited to get there, and we had Dave Murdoch, who was our head coach for the event, and he gave us a load of information about what the event's going to be like and how tiring it is and all these kind of things. And as much as he told us that we're going to be tired, we just kind of were like, nah, you're joking, like, we'll be fine. And then like halfway through the week I was like, what? I'm so tired. And I wasn't even sweeping, I was just like standing.
You just stood there most of the time doing nothing.
Yeah, so it was really fun. Like, I really enjoyed Vegas as a whole. Like, putting the curling aside, it was just an amazing atmosphere.
Yeah.
The weather was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Feeling like a pasty white Scotsman going into like this heat. I had to stay inside most of the time. So that was fun. We got to chill by the pool between games, so that was awesome.
Yeah.
And then to pick up a bronze medal as well, just kind of cherry on top of the whole experience. It was just surreal to us, and yeah, hopefully we're there for many more to come, but I'm not sure most of them will be the same as Vegas.
You can't complain with your first championship being in a party city like Vegas.
Yeah, that was pretty special.
Now, did you burn at all sitting by the pool? Do you burn normally with sun?
I was actually quite good. I didn't
that's
burn
good.
at all, but I did put a lot of like sun cream on to make sure. Because I wasn't sure how I would cope if I was sunburnt in an arena, just like sweat.
That's fair.
Yeah, so, no, I was quite good. I didn't burn.
And it would be interesting to see you on TV from the beginning of the week being white and then being the end of the week with a bright red face.
Yeah, exactly.
Might not be the best image.
Yeah. I was probably stressing so much I looked burnt anyway, so it was fine.
Well, and speaking of Vegas too, you guys had an insane amount of fans there.
Yeah.
Some of the best chants and cheers we've ever heard at a World Championship, I think. What was it like to have that much fan support? Did you expect to have that many fans in attendance?
Well, when we won the Scottish Championship, a lot of people said that they'd booked tickets before, like didn't even matter if we were going.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So if Kyle's team won, or if our team, or Greg or Tom or whoever else was like going for it,
yeah,
no matter who went, they were going to be going anyway. So a lot of people booked up before we even won the championship.
Oh, right on.
And then when our families booked, that was probably after the World Playoff. So then we started to see like a big kind of army of Scottish fans coming along, and it got bigger and bigger as the weeks went along, and I think it was close to like 100 people came.
It was a lot.
Which is amazing. I had some friends that came, like one of my school friends from...
Wow.
So she decided to just come along because it was Vegas. She doesn't know anything about curling really. She just knows I do it.
And knows Vegas is a good time.
Yeah, exactly. Well, she does now. She didn't at the time, but yeah. So it was just an unbelievable experience for all of them to be there as well.
Yeah.
And they created some of the, like as you said, best songs at the world.
Yeah.
And, some of them are still in my head, which I'm struggling to get rid of, but... I was really happy that they were all there, and it created such a good atmosphere for us against the Canadian and US supporters.
For sure.
Who were pretty,
vocal.
Yeah, exactly. Especially when teams missed as well, which were awkward. Namely me.
Wow, yes. We will talk about an infamous miss that happened there, or your maybe infamous lucky tick.
Oh, that was fun.
We're going to talk about that in a second. But first, do you remember which of all the songs that the Scottish fans were cheering, which is your favorite? And do you remember the words to it?
There was one that was like, "We've got Hammy, da 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 da."
Yeah.
Da, da. And then it went like for each of our names, and they kept on going da 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 da.
It was awesome.
And I think I actually heard Hammy or one of the boys sing it this morning. So,
really?
Yeah, it's been like 2.5 weeks since we actually heard it, but we're still singing along. So I think we're just like kind of messing about with it now rather than...
So now can you bring it to Champions Cup this week and just start singing in the middle of the game?
My dad is here, so I guess he could sing it on his own.
Perfect.
He'll probably try and recruit people. He's the guy who wears that crazy hat.
Oh, yeah, right on.
Yeah, so he'll probably try and recruit some friends.
It can't be hard to recruit people to sing that chair.
Sure.
It's got to be
Everyone
easy.
will be singing it just
Yeah.
because it's that catchy.
It was our favorite on the media bench too. Every time they start it, we're all like, "Yes, put down what we're doing." We watch it. We're just like, "This is amazing. I love everything about it."
Yeah.
Was it distracting at all, or did it motivate you guys to do
No,
better?
I love
you
all
loved
the
it.
chants, yeah.
Right
like
on.
going through juniors and whatever, we had quite a lot of fans that came along to these events, so they started singing from when I was quite like a young guy coming through the ranks or whatever. So
Yeah.
I'm used to it and I really love it, and I think it kind of motivates us
Yeah.
a bit as well. It doesn't really distract me.
I love that you say when you were a young guy, you're 23.
Yeah, I guess I'm...
So what are you now then? Aren't you still a young guy?
Yeah, let's go with young, I guess. I don't
You're
know.
just a child in compared to some of us.
Well, yeah, I mean, like I've worked really hard, I guess. So,
That's true.
Yeah,
You have.
23 is good age, and you're starting to see younger people come through all the time. So
Yeah.
and Matt Dunstone, for example, he's
Love Matt.
the exact same age as me, I think.
Yep.
So yeah, there's quite a few of us kicking about.
It is. It's definitely a future growth is happening almost right now. It's not the
Yeah.
future anymore, it's now.
Yeah,
It's very cool.
exciting.
Let's talk about the pressure, though, of representing Scotland. Obviously, there's always going to be immense pressure when you throw that on your back. You mentioned David Murdoch was there with you. Obviously, one of the greatest, at least for my generation, for growing up and watching curling. It was always David Murdoch. We love David. Do you guys feel that pressure when you get on? Obviously, you get excited to represent Scotland, but do you ever feel that pressure of coming from a powerhouse nation representing at a world championship?
I think the pressure that we put on ourselves is so much bigger than any of the pressure that anyone back home puts on us.
Yeah.
Because we obviously know how good a season we had, and we really wanted to continue that going into the Worlds. And that pressure, like, we don't really focus too much on it, and we really want to win for each other, which is a great team aspect I think that we have. And most teams do have that as well, but I think that's almost part of the team dynamic you need to have a successful team is you want to win for each other, not just yourselves.
Yeah.
There wasn't much pressure from anyone really. It wasn't for Olympic points. It wasn't for pride, I guess. It was just kind of it's our first Worlds. No one's going to expect us to really. If we didn't come home with a gold medal, no one's going to be angry at us.
Fair enough.
Anyway. So to win the bronze after our first Worlds is probably a great achievement for us, and as much as we wanted to win the gold, I'm looking back on it now, 2.5 weeks later, and I'm really happy with the medal.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Well, it should be noted, I did pick you guys to land on that podium. I did expect you to win a bronze medal. No offense for not winning gold or silver. Pretty tough against the teams that were up there, but did think you guys could do it. So I think a lot of people no longer underestimating you guys, especially after the season you've had.
Yeah, I think I'm not really sure if people ever underestimated us.
It's true.
I hope they never did, but quite possibly coming into a slam when we're ranked 24 or 23 in November. People are probably going to underestimate you there just because the Europeans is on, so none of the top European teams are there. And, we kind of sneaked in after so many teams decided they weren't going to go. And we performed really well there, so that's probably put us up there with not being underestimated anymore. So maybe that was the only competition we got a wee bit underestimated at.
Yeah, that's fair. Now let's talk about the infamous lucky tick. That was a lot of fun. Against Brad. Right before the fifth end break there. Yeah. That was a lot of fun to watch. I don't know if Mr. Gushu would say the same at the time. But what did you think when that was happening? That did not look like it was going well for you halfway down the ice, and things changed quick.
Yeah, so I just hoped Bob was going to sweep it really hard because they turned it in so badly. And he swept it enough because we got away with it. But I guess after those kind of things happen, you just have to kind of accept it and not kind of dwell on it too much. And, it was really funny because I could see on the big screen that they were zooming in on me and Grant talking, and then I was just like, should I do something? And I was just like, hi, or sorry.
You did. You had the best reaction of probably the entire event was that just close up on your face, and you just kind of shrugging your shoulders a little bit and waving to the crowd. It was awesome. It was the best thing.
I mean, what was I going to do? I had to kind of do something, and it was almost like an apology. Obviously all the Canadians were there supporting Brad. So. I don't know if that was rude or not, but it didn't mean to come across as rude. It was meant to be kind of a jokey thing. So.
Well, isn't that kind of how you have to embrace? That's kind of what it is with sport, right? Yeah. Lucky breaks go against you or for you all the time, really, in theory. It just happened to be at a World Championship on TV with a bunch of cameras in your face. Yeah. But it's not like that's never happened to you before.
No, I probably had a few in that game, actually. Let's be fair. It wasn't my best game, and I was quite gutted about it afterwards. But I mean, lucky breaks happen all the time in curling, and sometimes you rub off things and it goes your way, and then the next time you play them, it's going to happen for them possibly. So
that's right.
You have to kind of accept them when they happen, and I think when they happen to you, you just kind of have to do the exact same and try and not react in a certain way.
Yeah. Did you and Brad have any conversation about it afterwards?
No, we've not actually talked about it. I probably don't want to because his reaction to it wasn't great. So he didn't seem very happy with me.
No, he did not.
No, I don't think we'll ever talk about it. But, I mean, if he's listening, you can come and talk to me if you want.
Maybe what just needs to happen is you guys replay the match in a Champions Cup final and next Sunday, and
I'll do it again.
And then you can do it again, and then we'll really see what happens.
Sorry, guys.
Do another wave to the crowd, and everyone will love it.
Big one.
Yeah, it was pretty infamous. Everyone really got behind it, but I thought your reaction was great. But it was pretty awesome.
Yeah, no, I didn't mean anything by it. I hope no one took it as offense.
I hope not either, because you definitely don't seem like that kind of person. So let's clear that up. Bruce is not an asshole.
Well,
at least not on shots like that. Exactly. On the ice, he's a very nice guy. We won't talk about him off the ice. Well, let's talk about you guys as a team. Like we said, young guys. You guys are all really young. Newly formed team, right? Strong results this whole year. You guys are winning on tour. You won a slam, Scottish champion. Like, just a lot happened really fast throughout the whole season. When you guys look back on it, what do you think was the key to that success? And have you really had a chance to kind of reflect on this season you've already had and how strong the success happened so quick?
I mean, for us, we always kind of put us up there, but that's like, we can go back to our investment plans at the start with British curling, and we said to them that we want to get into the top 15 in the world. We want to be going to the slams at the start of next season as a team. And for us, this was always going to be a 4-year cycle for going.
Sorry to interrupt you. I just wanted to ask if you guys want to get anything in or any more cheese and snacks.
Oh, we're good.
No,
I'm good.
right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're going to keep that in this interview, by the way. Just so people know that we are sitting in a pub right now. Nothing to hide there. All about transparency. But Bruce is not drinking, so that should be also noted. Very responsible of him.
Yeah, I'm just having a sugar-filled ice.
That's fine. Sugar's good.
True. So what was I talking about? So at the start of the year, this is exactly where we wanted to be, and we always kind of thought that we could get here. How it came about, we probably didn't expect. So winning a slam was a dream, but maybe not a reality for us at the start. But it slowly became reality when we were winning the first 2 events, going 14-0 for a Canadian trip, which I don't think many teams do.
No.
So that was kind of amazing for us. We played I think it was the Stu Cells in Oakville and then BioSteel in Oakville.
Yep.
We managed to win both of those
You
events.
ran the Oakville train, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
It was impressive.
And that was really fun, and that was the first time we had all played together. Mm-hmm. We never played any events in Europe before coming here, so we didn't really know what to expect. And jumping in the deep end with Canadian opponents is probably the best way to go about it.
Yeah.
And it worked really well for us. We started off the season like the dream start.
Yeah.
And then we went home, had 2 European competitions, didn't actually perform that well. So when we were coming back in November, we were probably a bit more anxious about our results, but we got that invitation to the slam. Really excited to play in our first slam together.
Yeah.
We'd all played slam before, but as individuals.
Yeah,
so,
right.
Grant had played the Champions Cup last year, and Cammy had played a few with Brewster, and me and Bob went to the Champions Cup in
2 years.
2016.
At the first one.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right, yeah.
We all played these events, and we were really excited to kind of get to live that atmosphere again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it went extraordinarily well for us, and we obviously ran a really good run with Jacobs, Cooey, McEwen, and then the Koreans. So.
Yeah, you couldn't have asked. It was a stacked field against you, and you plowed through. It was pretty impressive.
So we were really excited. And, I feel like I'm missing some of your questions that you were asking.
It's okay, you're doing fine.
What was the other ones that you were asking?
Well, just talking about your keys to success, I think, more on what you guys maybe learned from as the season was going on. I think one thing that people sometimes forget, especially Canadian curling fans, is when European teams or international teams are coming over, that travel alone is a lot different than someone in Calgary, for instance, hopping on a plane going to Toronto. That jet lag is obviously not the same as you coming over from Scotland to compete in an event. So when you're doing a full travel schedule as well on top of competing and getting the results you're getting, how do you balance that out, and how do you guys kind of get your mind ready but also your bodies ready for these events, knowing that there's long flights in between and, like we were talking about earlier, lots of hotels that you guys are staying in?
Yeah.
It's all over the map here. How do you guys focus on that?
Yeah, we're really fortunate back home. We have a really good program in place with British curling, and we also work with the Scottish Institute of Sport.
Oh, okay.
And we have physios and strength and conditioning coaches, nutritionalists, anything that we really need. Like, I have someone that's called a performance lifestyle coach.
Okay, yep.
Who actually deals with all my university kind of questions, I guess. Like,
oh, nice.
When I'm away so much, then they need to be in contact with the uni and kind of saying why I'm away, and not just me saying,
skipping.
Look, I'm away for 2 weeks, I'll see you later.
Yeah.
So they're really good with that, and they gave us like programs to stick to when we travel.
Oh, okay, yep.
So it's like, you should get sunlight at this time, you should get like in the gym and do some
okay.
bodyweight exercises at this point. We try to stick to it as much as possible, but we can't be like, oh yeah, we've 100% done everything on this list. So, as a team, we like sat down and we were like, right, we're going to really focus on performing in Canada because that's where the points are.
Yeah.
And every time we've been over here, I think we've had a really successful competition. Maybe not the whole trip. We didn't do too well in the original 16, which was like the week before the slam.
Yeah.
So we have a really bad competition, and then on the back of that, we're going to a slam playing all the bigger teams.
Yeah.
So we were kind of worried, but obviously we somehow turned it about. I can't honestly remember it, but so it's been an unreal season for us, and getting to know each other better as well.
Yeah.
Before this season, I didn't really know Grant, and I knew of Ham, I knew both of them obviously, but I knew more about Hammy because I'd worked with him in some of the summer camps back home where we helped coaching younger people, and I'd probably played Hammy more than I'd played Grant.
Right.
And they all knew Bobby because they're from roughly the same area in Scotland, so they were really good friends before, and they asked me to join their team. I've got to know them a lot better, and we're kind of four guys that are quite chilled, and we all kind of bring different skills to a team.
Yeah.
But it's not even curling skills. It's Grant's really analytical, and he understands everything tactics-wise. He likes to look at why people are doing things that we're maybe not trying yet. So he's really good at that. Hammy's such a sociable guy that he just wants everyone to be happy.
Yeah.
Bob is honestly one of the quickest people to just pick up stuff on the ice. He's unbelievable. I played with him for 3 years, and I think that he keeps me so right. People are probably like, "Oh, you played so well," and I was like, "No, it's only because Bob helped me." All three the guys that I'm playing with now are. I just think are unbelievable curlers, and I'm so happy to be in that team.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see where we can go.
Yeah. When you guys started the year out and sat down and looked at your goals, looking back on them now, what were they? What were your goals at the beginning of the season, or your realistic goals? Obviously, the dreams are always going to be there. Of we want to go to the World Championships, want to win a slam, want to play in a slam, all that stuff. Obviously, you're always going to say.
Yeah.
But did you have those as your realistic goals as well?
Our realistic goals was to win the Scottish and then to win the playoff.
Okay.
Which we obviously did.
Yeah.
Out with Scottish competitions, we were wanting to get into, I think it was the top 15 or top 20 in the world at the end of the season, and have a year-to-date ranking in the top 15 to make sure that we got invited to the slams for next season.
Yep.
So it was probably quite realistic for us. We thought we could definitely do that. And then, we kind of smashed it out of the park, I guess.
So humble of you. And then we destroyed everybody and won.
I mean, I don't know how else to put that. So
that's fair, because that's exactly what you really did.
Yeah, so it was fun, and we've had a great season. I really hope that we can continue this success going into next year. Obviously just agreed to stick together for next year.
Excellent.
Looking forward to hopefully winning a few more events.
Excellent. Well, that was going to be my next question. You guys are staying together, we would hope, for next season. Yeah. Have you talked about the 4-year cycle for the Olympics? Obviously, that's what everyone seems to be talking about. You guys had that conversation, and that's your plan as well?
Yeah. That was our plan last year.
Yeah? Oh, right on.
It was harder last year because there was one Olympic team that had just been decided for Britain, and that was Kyle.
Yeah.
So we were just we want to find a team that can really focus on the 4 or 5 years stretch. And that's why we came together as a team. And now we're played this season, we had a lot of success. So we're sticking together as a core for next season, and we're definitely looking to continue that up to Beijing?
Yeah, Beijing. Yeah.
So yeah.
Excellent. Well, I think that's what people are happy to hear. You guys seem to have a lot of fans and supporters, so it's great to hear that. Let's talk about the Olympic selection idea that goes on with Scottish and Team GB, obviously, with Kyle. What were your thoughts on it with actually being a selection, not a trials? That obviously every country does it differently. Half of them do it at trials, half of them do a selection. From your perspective, what do you think about that process, and what would you like to see be the process in 4 years from now?
Putting
you on the spot a little.
Trying not to offend anyone. No.
Oh, you already offended Brad, so what's the point now?
Sorry, Brad. I think for us in Scotland, it's pretty different from what you guys have in Canada. I mean, you guys have 5 to 10 teams that could represent you guys really well.
Yeah.
And last year we had 3 teams that looked like they could represent us really well. I would have probably liked to see there being a playoff for Kyle, Tom and Dave. It obviously didn't go that way. And I think that's not to do with British curling, that's to do with the BOA, which is the British Olympic Association.
Right.
They look to try and know who's going as soon as possible so they can get all the registration stuff. So I think there was pressure from them possibly to make sure that we did a selection rather than a playoff. So the playoff, it would have been really good and it would have been a great atmosphere and it probably would have been televised, which would have been great for the sport in Scotland.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's why I was kind of disappointed that there wasn't a playoff. Me and Bob and Grant were out of the selection. We didn't have a look in because me and Bob I think we were considered to be too young almost, I guess. I'm not entirely sure. That whole situation probably... Grant obviously was out of the programme, so he didn't have a look in either. And the 3 teams that were at the top of Scottish curling were the 3 that were being selected. So,
right.
Because me and Bob had not done a lot in men's, we had done juniors, had success there, and we did the universities the year
before it, yeah.
But we were having success as well in the men's field. Like we came second at the Scottish, so we kind of got told quite early that we weren't going to be in the running for the Olympics, which was understandable,
I guess, but a little disappointing in a way, right? And like you said, I mean, you guys did just compete at Winter Universa before. You won a gold medal there, so it's not like you weren't putting in the results. Of course, nothing against Kyle's team. They had a great season last year on tour, especially making a slam final. They played outstanding throughout the year. Yeah. But like you said, it would have been maybe better for a Grow the Sport perspective, potentially, to have a trial situation.
Yeah, I quite like the idea of that.
Yeah.
But it obviously didn't go ahead, and what they did do instead was have this world playoff after the Scottish, so whoever won the Scottish ended up playing the Olympic teams.
Yeah.
And that was televised, and it was in a kind of arena, so they had stands that people were able to come to, and it was on BBC on their website, and then they had a highlight, so 11:15 p.m. on a Tuesday night or something, which I mean isn't great, but there's something there for people to watch. And it was on the back of the Olympics, so people, I'm not sure what the ratings were, but I would hope that would be good. So yeah, at least there was something on TV for Scottish people to watch.
And was that always known that's how the process was going to work to send to Worlds, that whoever the men's and women's teams that won the Scottish, they were definitely going to be playing the 2 Olympic teams, and that's what was going to happen?
Yeah, so I think they decided that at the same point as deciding who the Olympic teams were. So we always knew that was the case.
Okay.
And I have good friends in Hannah Fleming's team as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I was really chuffed that they came through and won like us. So it kind of, I felt that whoever won the Scottish kind of deserved to, and I'm glad that it came around that both the Scottish champions won. Yeah,
it kind of worked out quite interesting from just a fan perspective of watching it around the world and saying, this is more proof why Scottish curling has grown immensely. There's no longer a one women's or one men's teams. There's enough teams to have a trials, because here's a perfect example. Both Olympic teams lost. Yeah. Albeit they're coming off an Olympic experience, so we'll give them the Olympic hangover and a little bit of an excuse. But you still have to play the games, and you guys still beat them. That's what it is. Yeah. So I was really happy to see that, and I feel that it gave our team and Hannah's team experience that we probably didn't have before. And who knows what we can do in the next cycle. I don't know what Hannah's team are planning on doing for next year, so it's given a lot more people experience than just having Eve Kyle obviously got experience from the Olympics, so gave us experience at the Worlds, and we both have championship experience at a men's level now, so it's only good things, I think, for Scottish curling. Well, it seems like, at least in talking about from the men's side specifically, you have yourself, you have Kyle, you have Tom, you have Greg, there's a powerful 4 duo right there that are all quite capable of playing. All of you could make slams next year, in theory. Yeah. It's very strong. So how do you feel about the growth that Scottish curling is looking at for the next 4 years? And do you welcome all that competition? Is that better for all of you guys competitively?
Yeah, I think it is. I think that for us coming over here, we try and play as many good teams as possible, and having more good teams in Scotland means that we can kind of push each other to develop, and I think it's only a good thing coming through Scottish curling. There's a lot of good junior teams coming through as well. Like Ross White's team just got a silver medal at the World Juniors, going 10-0, I think, until the final.
I think so, yeah.
So we've got juniors coming through as well, so we're probably in quite a good spot, and it's only for the benefit of us all to try and push each other to get even better, and then hopefully have a Scottish World Champion soon. Yeah,
for sure. Now, talking about, and you bring up a great point, this is my next thing we're going to talk about, is junior curling. From a grow the sport perspective, you mentioned it, junior curling in Scotland has been doing well. You were successful. You're seeing it right now. It continued on. What do you think needs to happen to continue that trend, not just for the next 4-year Olympic cycle, but 5 years, 10 years down the road, thinking big picture for Scottish curling? What would you like to see happen back home to really help grow that sport?
For us, like when I was coming through juniors, it was seeing, like Kyle won it a few years before I was winning it. So, it was good to see that Kyle was doing well at these World Championships, and knowing, or me having an opinion of how close Kyle and our teams fought in all these games, and seeing Kyle was doing really well, getting the gold, silver and bronze in 3 years. That kind of gave me the inspiration to say, when I get to a World, if I get to a World Juniors, I can achieve that as well. So it gave me confidence before I even went there, and that's how I kind of took it when I actually arrived in Tallinn for my first World Juniors. I had that inspiration. So I think that continuing with us, and then Ross, the junior men's program is medalled, I think. Almost 2000
almost every year you guys are on the podium, right? The last couple of years,
I think that part of it is to do with inspiration from previous. I do think that the way that we're doing developing curling in Scotland is working. Hammy in our team, he's a development officer. He works in Stirling to try and engage the local public to come and try.
Okay, right on.
So we've got good processes there. Scottish Curling are doing quite a good job. They've got a development manager now who's running summer camps for the juniors.
Okay, cool.
So I'm actually working at it. Hammy and me work at it. Our coach Alan's going to work at it.
Wow.
So they've got people that are going to world stages and bringing back medals and trying to pass over that experience. So I think that's a good step in stone as well. I think we're in a good spot. I mean, I would like to see it on TV more, which engages people that maybe haven't seen or tried it before to, like, you know, come along to an ice rink and take part. So I'd like to see that more, but that's quite a difficult thing in Scotland when you have football and rugby and a load of other sports that are really popular. So.
What's it like with the relationship with Scottish media and the sport? Is there a good relationship there? Like, obviously when we come and see a Briar or Scotties here, media benches, it's not always full, but there's a lot of people he's covering. Do you guys get that at your Scottish championships?
No.
Really?
We have a few journalists that are really dedicated to our sport.
Okay.
I have one that's he sends me quite a lot of messages, like with good luck messages and whatever, so he's really good, and he works for Henry Evening News.
Okay.
So he's really good with me. He tries to publish something after every competition.
Okay, right on.
There's the Herald do quite a bit.
Okay.
Apart from that, there's not a lot. BBC have started to do a wee bit on the back of the Olympics.
Right. Did you get any coverage after the Worlds?
Not a lot.
That's unfortunate, because that was a great tournament for you guys. It was awesome.
We got a wee bit. I mean, there was a article on BBC which you don't normally see. So it was really nice to see that.
And I mean, they didn't have any kind of pictures. It was just like a really old picture of someone sweeping with like a hammer brush. And
it wasn't even you?
No. It was just like
just a stock photo.
It was pretty much a picture of a stone with someone sweeping with like a really old performance or hammer brush or something. but it did say Scottish team wins bronze medal world, so that's
fair.
nice.
At least you got your name in there somewhere. I hope. At least they remembered all your names.
Yeah, they probably spelt it MOWAT, but anyway, no, I'm joking.
I hope. Please let that happen. Everyone search online to find this and see how it's spelled or pronounced. That's what we want to know.
Yeah.
That's fair. Well, hopefully that would be a good avenue to see some future growth back home as well. And I think that's a comment that we heard a lot from most of the European teams especially. When I first met you was at World Mixed in Lethbridge. And I think that's what you and Gina were saying, and that's what a lot of the European teams seem to be saying, is that the coverage there is just not strong, so it's not helping us.
Yeah. I think the way that we're going about it now, we've British Curling have hired a I don't know what her title is, but Kate Weldon, she does a really good job in doing press releases, and she sends out like photo calls and stuff.
Oh, okay. So kind of doing like your public relations, PR kind of stuff?
Yeah, I guess she's probably into PR. That's her title, I'm guessing. But
it's a good start.
She's done quite a lot for this year. I think, I can't remember if this year, 2 years ago, it was probably 2 years ago, that she came on board, and she's started to put out constant press releases for
right on.
Like every weekend some Scottish team's done well somewhere, so she's trying to get it out in the media more, and we have seen a difference. I don't know if it's maybe just me starting to get to the stage where journalists actually do want to talk to you.
Yeah, you're paying attention.
For me, in the last 2 to 3 years, I've definitely seen a rise in it.
Okay.
And we got invited to like a photo call, me and Gina.
Oh, wow.
Like 2 years ago, and that was a whole different expexperience. Like, they had lights, and they were making you stand with like the brush over your shoulders, and you know, like you're cringing, but you're like, yeah, this is kind of cool. So that was fun.
You're gonna have to start embracing it if you want more of it, right?
You know, like,
you're gonna have to be ready for pictures, Bruce.
Yeah, we had one just before the Worlds, and I just couldn't stop laughing because I don't know, like, people make you stand with like stones by your side.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why are you standing with a stone by your side? You never lift a stone in any curling, like, unless you do a swing back delivery. But it's just really funny for me. I cringe, but like I really do love it. I'm just like, oh yeah, this is cool. Anyway.
So then, what photo op would you like then? If you could pick any photo op that they're coming to do a story on you, they tell you, Bruce, we want a perfect photo for this article. How do you want to be placed? How would you place yourself?
I don't know. I feel like you've just put me on the spot.
I have put you on the spot.
I would probably just want to be like kind of normal, I guess.
So you just standing in the house with the broom down like normal?
I'm just like waving at the camera, just like staring.
Oops, I make a lot of TikTok mistakes.
Or we could do like that old black and white photo where you just like sit in like deadpan face and
and look.
Yeah, you're just like.
That's what we need.
That would be fun.
We'll just have you sitting on the bumper.
Yeah.
Black and white everywhere. Looking off to the side.
Yeah, just like looking into the distance. That would be great.
Looking like you're very deep in thought.
Oh, he's drifted off again. He's obviously bored.
He's really into this photo op.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, well, that's the photo we're going to have to get for you now.
I'm joking. Please,
Grand Slam, get on it. This is what Bruce needs for next season.
Please don't do that. I'll cringe.
Did you do your Grand Slam video? How did you find that experience when you got to do that up this year? Did you like that at least?
It was really fun.
Yeah?
We enjoyed it. The funny thing was that there was one moment where Jessie was like, okay, I want you to turn, like, have your back to the camera and then turn and point to it.
Yeah.
And I did it. And, like, as soon as I pointed at the camera, I just burst out laughing because I couldn't, like, cope with how, like, cringe it must look.
Yeah.
So I just started laughing. And that was probably the only good clip he actually got of me. So he's put that into our video. And, like, the guys are all quite serious. And then I'm, like, popping up behind their shoulders and, like, massive grin. So, like, it just makes all the guys look like they're really kind of tough, like, Scottish blokes.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, hi! Hi, guys!
Hey, team!
Yeah.
Let's go play!
Yeah, exactly. So it just makes me look like a bit of a fun, but everyone else is like, oh yeah, we're going to win. So that was really funny, and I actually love it. I've sent it to all my friends back home, and because they don't really think that curling's anything to be bothering with. They're like, why have you done this? And I'm like, no, it's someone who's done it for us. It's not like me being like, guys, guess what we could do?
Let's grab a handheld camera and shoot this, guys.
Yeah. So that was quite fun that I got to send that around all my friends. And
Yeah.
I thought it was hilarious as well.
Yeah, those videos are pretty awesome.
Yeah, I think he's done a great job with all that. And
Yeah.
I would love to see that in like Scottish curling, but
Yeah.
I think we're miles away from that right now.
One step at a time. You have a PR person now. That's a pretty good
exactly.
win.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good win. Let's talk about World Curling Federation. A lot of changes happening internationally, obviously. A lot of debate on formats for international events. A lot of debate 5 rock versus 4 rock, 10 ends, 8 ends. So much conversation going on. All great conversations. If we were to put you in charge of World Curling Federation right now, you get 1 day and you can implement as many changes as you want or leave the game completely the same as it is if you choose. What would you do if you're in charge 24 hours? Sorry, Kate, you're gone. 24 hours.
I think World Curling would drop out, like it would just like finish because they're like, oh my god, we've got Bruce Mouat in charge. Yeah.
Well, they'd all say your name wrong first, so
Exactly.
who knows?
That would just drive me insane. I'd be like, no, not doing it.
Worst press releases ever.
I'm a fan of the 5 rock rule.
Yeah?
I think that's great.
Yep.
I do think the 8 ends for 5 rock rule is probably the way to go.
Yeah.
So I'd like to see that come in. Me being a fan of mixed doubles,
Yes.
I quite like the rule where if you blank, you lose the hammer.
Yep.
I mean, it just kind of encourages even more aggressive curling, which for me is like a fun way to curl.
And probably better for fans
Yeah,
in general.
and TVs and whatever.
Yeah.
Figures. So I'm probably a fan of that.
Yep.
Quite excited to see what 5 rock rule is going to be like next year, and then I don't know what is going to happen back home for 5 rock rule coming into club curling. That could be really interesting.
Yeah.
I love. Like I'm constantly scratching my head at all these Grand Slam events, just being like, what do I do again? Even in the quarterfinal at the
Players?
yeah, we played Brad. Hi, Brad.
Your best friend.
Yeah.
Bruce and Brad, best friends forever.
It was the first end, and we played 4 rocks. Brad put up a corner guard, and I was like, oh, just peel. And they're like, is it in? And I was like, no. And they were like, we can't peel. And I'm like, oh. So that was embarrassing. I'm still kind of scratching my head about it, but I really like it, and I'm looking forward to seeing what it's going to be like next year. So if I was in charge, that would be a must.
That's good. That's a good one.
8 ends.
Yep.
8 rock rules. That would be interesting.
And now we're down to 8 rocks only.
So what else would I maybe change? I think that's the 2 or 3 that I would probably do.
The big ones.
And then I don't really mind the semi-finals and the top 6 at the Worlds. I think having 13 teams was it was a really long week, and I was quite tired, but I didn't actually mind it.
Yeah.
I know that people didn't like it.
That's being very polite, I think, on some people's opinions.
I think that it does increase the amount of teams, obviously, and people are get more opportunity to play in these events, and I'm kind of all for inclusivity and all that. So I like having 13 teams, and I thought top 6 is maybe too many for 13. So if somehow I'm not smart enough to figure out how they could do 5 teams, or I think 5 teams is probably the right number. But
there's a perfect blog out there on this very blog that talks about different formats, and I have the perfect 5-team format for you, Bruce.
Okay, so I will definitely
I will send it over to you, and you take a read and let me know if you agree or disagree.
So when I become manager or whatever for
president,
sorry, yes, please, I'm president now.
You're president now.
I will probably want to change that as well.
That's
have
good.
5 teams instead of the 6 teams. Because I thought 6 was maybe too many.
That's good. Okay, I like that. What do you think about growing the sport around the world? We're seeing more member associations from various places. Guyana competing in their first World Mixed right now. Picked up 2 wins today. First ever.
Are they both Canadian? Or are they actually from?
One is, yes.
One is,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Okay.
What do you think if you could see a curling federation be established in any country in the world that doesn't have one right now? Where would you really think that would be a cool place for not only a curling team to come out of, but maybe to hold an event?
Has Mexico got one?
You know what? I don't think they do, actually. No, not yet.
I mean, I kind of want to go to Mexico. So, Mexico, if you're listening, come on. I want to play there.
Brazil, Guyana, and the U.S. and Canada, but what's wrong with you?
Yeah, come on. Catch up, jeez.
Jeez, Mexico.
So, yeah, Mexico would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Thank you. Mexico's probably my one kind of place. I think this World Cup of curling things would be interesting.
Yep.
So they could end up playing pretty cool countries.
Yeah.
I heard that. I think it was like Dubai or someone said, and I was like, Dubai would be cool.
Dubai would be very cool.
Ridiculously hot.
How would you get the weather?
Yeah, I don't know how they would do that.
That ice would be.
I'm sure like one of the ice techs can figure that out.
You just play in a fridge somewhere. It's the only
I'll
way.
Just turn up and play. That's normally what I do anyway. So I let other people worry about all that, and I'm just like, hey guys.
Okay, Dubai, you need to put a ring together, hold a World Cup event, and Bruce is playing. Apparently, he's inviting himself.
Please, well, I'm the president.
Well, you're
so
the president. You can play in any event you want.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, thanks, guys.
But you don't want to worry about how to get ice in Dubai.
No,
that's not your problem.
Worry about that.
Oh,
that's not the president.
That's the minions. Their job is that when you're the president, of course. That'd be good. Okay, I like that. Yeah. Let's talk about mixed doubles a bit. Obviously, World's going on right now. Mm-hmm. You do very well in mixed doubles. You've had great success there. Is it hard to balance between the two, between men's and mixed doubles? And going forward, are you going to have to take a step back a little bit from mixed to focus more on men's? Or are you going to be able to still go forward with both?
Well, yeah, I do love mixed doubles. I was probably in a bit of denial last year about like how much it affected me for my men's game.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh no, it's fine. Like we're like mixed doubles and men's, they correlate quite a lot. Yeah, probably in a wee bit of denial there because I had a really bad start of my season last year. We hardly won anything,
right.
Hardly any games, never mind titles. So I was playing so much mixed doubles with Gina that I wasn't able to train as much with my team.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't until I got like a month off from mixed doubles and started to really focus on my men's game before we went to the university. And we started to see some success. And being like top 15 teams in the world, so I think we'd be like illustrated at one of the competitions. So kind of gave us some confidence.
Yeah.
So yeah, a wee bit of denial there about the difference in playing mixed doubles to then going into playing men's and going from like standing still in the men's game and like actually having to sweep.
Sweeping.
Yeah. Gino probably had to put up with it quite a lot. And me like anyway, but so yeah. I think that I'm going to have to take a step back from mixed doubles, which is unfortunate because I really like playing with Gina and I really like the format. But I think it's the right time for me to start focusing on my men's game. I think that the way that our season's gone with the guys, there's no point in me even looking to get into a mixed doubles Olympics when there's a good chance that we could have a good shot at the men's Olympics. So. I'm not sure how the British curling are going to decide what you can and can't do with mixed doubles and men's. So if they still allow us to play the odd event in mixed doubles, there's potential that I'll still try and stick to it. Gina obviously needs to decide what she's doing.
Yeah.
And if she's not playing mixed doubles with another partner, then Gina, I will still play with you. Yes, that's fine.
You haven't been dumped, Gina, yet.
Well,
but he's contemplating.
Gina's probably the one that would just get rid of me. She would give me the boot.
So Bruce hasn't been dumped by Gina yet.
Well, she did play 2 events with someone
That's
else.
True, she did.
Yeah, she cheated on me.
Scorned doubles partner.
Yeah, I forgive you, don't worry.
So big of you to forgive her.
No, I'm a kind soul.
Well, you're playing a world championship and winning a slam,
exactly.
And you're still very humbled for her. That's good.
Yeah.
What do you think about, obviously this was pretty much year 1 of having a mixed doubles tour. Mm-hmm. What do you think of the mixed doubles tour so far? Have you had a chance to even take a look at it all?
I've not actually. I don't even. Have they put up the world rankings then?
Yeah, they have world rankings up, and the events are going. Obviously, all European locations because that's where the majority of your mixed doubles teams are. But do you think it's a good start?
I think I played two of them. Sweden and Slovakia, I played.
Oh, okay, right.
So I don't know if they're actually in that tour.
Yeah, they would. I'm sure they would be. Yeah.
So should probably go check if I actually have a ranking in it. I didn't. I knew that they had a tour from last year when I was actually playing. Did they not?
They did. Yeah, I think it was just in the not as
format,
official as not as formal as it is now.
Right.
Because I think if you go on I think when I looked at it last, you pull up the rankings, but I think they only do the top 50.
Okay.
And then anyone else that's played events, you kind of get points, but you don't really have a ranking number. I think you have to play a minimum number of points or something like that, or games, right?
Probably,
something weird. I'm sure there's some big format on it that I haven't looked into either, to be honest.
Yeah.
But there's a ranking system now and a full structure of annual events. Mm-hmm. So do you think that's kind of the direction that needed to happen for mixed doubles, and do you think that's going to help continue to grow it?
Yeah, I think mixed doubles. It could be as big, if not bigger, than the men's game. I hope it doesn't actually get over the men's game. I think, or men's and women's, sorry.
Yeah.
Inclusive. Anyway.
Didn't you just say earlier you're all about being inclusive?
Yeah, exactly. I'm just like men's. I've even forgot what I was saying.
Mixed doubles tour.
Doubles. Yeah,
you're back.
Yeah. I was just thinking about it. Anyway. So yeah, I think the mixed doubles is definitely going to grow rapidly after the Olympics, and I think that the tour is the right thing to do. Having that established before the Olympics is probably a really good thing that they've done. I think that they'll be able to get all these nations that don't necessarily have enough teams or enough members to make a full team, make them or encourage them to come and play in this mixed doubles tour, which is really exciting for Chile. So yeah, I'm really happy that they've got this tour, and I'm really excited to see this ranking system that I have no idea about yet.
I don't think you're in it, Bruce.
No, it's fine. Get over it.
You only played 2 events and got dumped, so I think you're at the bottom down there that says missing partner or something. But you raise a good point. It is encouraging to see. I mean, right now you look at, just taking a quick glance at the standings earlier today, currently going on in Sweden, you have teams like Estonia being undefeated right now, Turkey playing really well, nations that probably don't, right now at least, have a strong position to be playing at a world championship anytime in the near future, but here they are competing and looking good. If I did my homework correct, I think the team from Estonia is ranked like 5th in the world right now.
Yeah.
So it's got to be a good thing, at least from a collective sport, to see that happen.
Yeah. I mean, I've played the Estonian couple a lot of times, and they're very good curlers.
Yeah.
They're very successful, I think, in men's and women's, never mind just mixed doubles. I think they've had quite a few successes there. And Marie Turman and Harry Lill.
Yeah.
Both of them are really good curlers, and I'm really excited to see that they're coming through. I actually told the guys that I thought they could medal this week.
Oh, yeah?
I said that, I think, yesterday, so keep it going.
Yeah.
That would be, it's really exciting for Estonia, obviously, because I don't think they would have won a medal in the men's or women's top league.
No, I don't think so.
No. I don't want to say that and be like,
because I don't think
sure.
I don't think they played at a world championship.
Oh, right, okay. So, this is really exciting for them, and they were obviously really close to the Olympic points as well.
Yeah.
They had a really good competition in Sweden in 2016, and then unfortunately didn't do as well like me and Gina did at the Lethbridge competition. So, those two are going to go a long way in the sport, I'm sure, and there's a lot of other good countries out there that are got good mixed doubles teams. Like Latvia, I would say they're
doing really well.
Yeah, they provide a strong team. Even some countries like Slovakia, I don't think they're doing as well this time, but they normally pitch up and do pretty well at the Worlds. In 2014, I was really excited to play Brazil at their first time. So that was kind of an exciting moment for me.
Oh, for sure.
Just playing them, never mind. Them playing. So it's going in the right direction, I think, and I'm quite excited to see where mixed doubles can go from here. Yeah,
for sure. Are you hoping that we get to the point where we have 12 teams at the Olympics instead of the 8 now? You think we can grow there pretty quick in the next 4 years?
I think 12 teams is the right way to go for mixed doubles. I think the competition seemed to be over really quickly at the Olympics, just having the 8 teams, and some of the games were like an hour and 10 minutes long if they play 6 ends or something. So it can be probably tighten up the schedule a bit, maybe add another day if you have, or 2 days if you have 12 teams. So, I would like to see 12 teams being inducted, and obviously it was close. But,
if 12 teams would have been in Pyeongchang, would you have been there?
Maybe not me, but Britain.
Britain would have been there, right?
Exactly. So I think we came 8th and need to be top 7, and then Korea obviously got an invitation.
So you really, what you're admitting to is you costed Britain a mixed doubles spot.
Yeah, it was really funny.
You, basically.
When the Olympics were going on, someone in my club came into the changing rooms when I was getting changed. And he was like, I saw that Britain didn't have an entry into the mixed doubles. Was that your fault? And I was just like, yeah. And he was like, oh, crap, I was only joking. I didn't really mean to offend you. And I was like, oh, it's fine. I'm over it.
Bruce quietly sat at home every night during the Winter Olympics, rocking back and forth, crying over mixed doubles.
I didn't actually I watched the first game, and then I just didn't watch the rest of it just because I was too busy studying.
Well, way to be studious. That's important.
It was just an excuse.
It's good. Okay, fair enough. How about we do a little rapid fire, get people to kind of know more about Bruce, if they haven't learned enough already about you, just listening to your answers.
How rapid do I have to be?
Well, it should, not rapid, but one or two
I can be
quick
quite
ones.
slow, so let's...
I'm excited to see how we redefine the word rapid in a matter of minutes.
Okay, let's go.
This is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
What is your team nickname?
Mouat,
like your
probably.
nickname?
Oh, right. Mouat. They call me
They just
Mouat.
call you by your last name?
I think they try and piss me off by saying Mouat.
They call it with a W.
Yeah, and there's like Dave started calling me Bonus at the Worlds, just Brucey Bonus. I don't really know. That probably is that not rapid enough? Sorry.
No, that's rapid. That
Okay,
was
that
good.
was
That was
rapid.
good.
Let's go.
So we should just sit at Champions Cup and yell Mouat out.
Mouat or Bonus or Brucey.
Done.
Go for it.
Okay, that's the next chant.
Yeah.
Everyone start doing it. Who was your curling idol or mentor or someone that you looked up to when you were coming up through curling?
Jeff Stein.
Really?
Yes.
Why Jeff Stoughton?
Because I thought his tuck slide was really cool, and I was like, I wish I could do that. So I tried for a couple of years, and it didn't go well.
Never was able to pull it off?
I had this kind of tuck slide that didn't have a brush on the ice, so I was like still holding it like a normal slide would. So I kind of looked like, some people told me I looked like a swan, and it was really bad for my lower back, so I had to stop. And obviously my knee, because tuck sliding is never great. But yeah, Jeff Stein.
Okay, that's fair. Spinorama move? You able to do that yet?
I doubt it. I tried that teapot thing in the bronze medal game.
Oh,
and
that was
not go
quite
well.
entertaining to try.
I had to try something because they booed me after like.
You did get booed in a bronze medal game that you were going to win in the 8th end. This is true.
But like, anyway, whatever. I mean, I was going to try something, but I didn't want to fall on my face. So then I was encouraged to try it because they booed me, and then I pretty much did fall on my face. So
and then you kind of got
welcome.
Polite claps, but not as good as Korea did.
Yeah, exactly. No, but those Korean guys were so good at it.
Yeah, they were very
Me and
good.
Grant were rubbish.
So are you going to go practice this now? Something you can learn in the off season for next year?
No, I'm going to come back with something special.
Oh, get ready. A Bruce special shot for next year.
I'm literally just going to slide like a penguin would and just shove it.
And then fall backwards.
Yeah, exactly.
And kick your feet in the air. Perfect, done. Do you have a curling rival?
Curling rival?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess Kyle Smith.
That's a good one.
Like, yeah, just because he's always kind of been there.
Yeah.
I don't think I have a rival. Well, I guess Kyle Smith's probably the closest.
That would be a
thing to
good one.
rival.
That'd be a good one. What's your record against Kyle this year?
This year, we've played him so many times.
Yeah, you guys play him a lot.
4-2, 4-3.
You have the winning record against them?
Yeah.
That's pretty good if you're a rival and you're beating them all the time.
Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Like, no complaints.
It's always nice to name a rival and then be like, yeah, and I'm also beating them all the time, so
Okay.
I feel better about it.
Yeah. I mean, I've never beat Jason Gunlickson.
Really?
Rival? Yeah.
You've never beat him before?
I think I've played him 3 times now. And
Wow.
he'd remind me of it. Yeah. I guess if
That'd be
we're
good.
talking about a rival that you've
That'd
never
be a good
beat,
one.
then Jason.
Gunner's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay, let's hope that'd be a great quarterfinal at the Slam to have you guys play each other.
Yeah.
It'd be fun.
I
Okay,
really hope we beat him this time.
that's what I'm hoping for. That's what I want my quarterfinal to be.
Okay.
You guys playing off and see if you can knock them out or not.
Cool.
Okay,
Bring it
and
on, Jason.
Gunner's a member of the TwineTime family too, so...
Is he?
Yes.
He probably gave a great interview. I think he would be really good at the interview.
He's very good at interviews, yeah. I mean, he's just a nice guy, right? So he's easy to talk to, so he has a lot of opinions that are really cool, so...
Yeah, and he's really smart.
Yeah, he's very smart.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just amazed by some of the things he comes out with. I'm like,
Yeah.
I met him at the... sorry, I'm just...
That's okay, no, keep going.
Me and Gina were playing at a event in, I think it was Portage for mixed doubles.
Oh, the mixed doubles, yep. Shannon,
yeah. And that was probably the first time I really got to know him. And we sat down and had some food, and he like blew me and Gina and our coach David away, like with how much intelligence he had.
Yeah.
You're welcome for all the compliments, by the way. Anyway, so he's really funny as well.
Jason is very smart.
I rate him.
And he has great hair. I love his out of control hair sometimes when he plays. It's just like all over the place. Like, yeah, Jason, you rock that messy hair, buddy. Like, I don't know what's happening there, but you keep going.
See, I kind of liked it when it was like the locks. Like he had locks.
When he had the long in the back. Yeah, that
Bring it
party
back.
in the back was good. Jason, you bring that long hair back. Bruce and I want it. And he's very well dressed.
He's always in a suit.
Always
isn't
in
he?
a suit, right?
Yeah.
See? People, if you don't go to a slam event that Jason's at, you don't get to see this side of him.
Yeah.
But Bruce can attest to the truth. He is always in a suit if he's not on the ice.
Yeah. I would feel very uncomfortable in a suit, but it's working for him. So
He rocks it every time.
Keep it going.
That's right. Okay, that's a good. I like that one. Are you familiar with the Seven Dwarfs from Snow White?
Yes. Can I name them? Are you going to ask me to name them?
Well, it's a good start. Okay, let's start there.
Oh, really?
Can you name them? Since you just offered it up to name them.
No, I thought that was going to be your question.
Oh, it will be, but now we're going to start with an intro into that question.
Okay. We got Doc,
Doc, yeah.
Sleepy,
Yeah.
Dopey,
Yeah.
Sneezy,
Yeah.
Grumpy,
Grumpy.
Bashful.
Yeah. One more.
No, I can't remember.
Happy.
Happy. Okay, yeah. Obviously.
Obviously the happy one.
That's not me.
Well, that's going to be my next question. Out of the seven, which one are you?
I can be quite dopey, I guess.
Yeah?
Yeah.
A lot of skips pick Dopey for themselves when I ask them.
Yeah. I think
weird.
it's just because, like, obviously I told you about the situation with Five Rock Rule at the players
Yes.
get fragged, so that was pretty dopey. I normally... I don't think I'm grumpy. I don't get grumpy a lot, but I get kind of quiet. So...
Well, Dopey doesn't even talk.
Okay, dopey.
He never speaks in the movie at all.
Yeah, I'm dopey.
Okay, that's fair. What about your three teammates? Which ones would they be?
Hammy is happy.
Oh, that's good.
Bobby... I think he can be quite bashful.
Yeah?
Bashful's kind of like modest, right?
Yes, yeah.
Bobby's quite bashful, and Grant is let's go with Doc.
Doc, really? Well, you did say he's very analytical and pays attention to all that stuff, right?
Yeah, so he's probably Doc. Like, he's kind of like a... Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
And you have nobody in your team that's a sleepy. That's pretty good. You might be the first team I've talked to that's not a sleepy.
They're all now sleepy, sorry.
So all four of you are sleepy automatically.
Yeah. I mean, I'm probably the least sleepy. I wake up quite early and I probably sleep the least, but Bob is the sleepiest guy.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, there's always one.
Yeah, I room with Bob, so I know that he's best.
So you know he sleeps all the time.
All the time.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Now, if you could get an ideal sponsor, anyone in the world who just came, knocked on your door right now at the hotel, handing you a check, doesn't matter on the dollar amount, but if who that would sponsor would be for next season, who would you want as your ideal sponsor?
I mean, I guess I could pick quite a generic thing and just say Nike because I like most of their stuff.
That's
and
a
I
good
want to wear
choice.
their shoes all the time.
Yep.
So if you want to give me free shoes, come along and please give me shoes.
That's a perfect.
Not curling shoes. I like my Bounce
Like
Plus and-
actual.
Yeah, I like those kind of shoes. And yeah, let's go with Nike.
That's a good choice. Very good choice considering they were started at the University of Oregon where I went to school and graduated from. So I love the connection there. Nicely done. And so you didn't even know that.
No, I did know that.
Oh, yeah. Bruce is a bad liar, by the way, people. That's also what we're learning today. Mouat's a good sponsor, though. I definitely agree with that. And then going back to mixed, if you could form the ultimate all-star mixed team,
Mixed doubles or mixed?
Mixed fours.
Mixed fours.
Yep. You can do a mixed doubles. Let's do both. Okay. Mixed fours first. Who would be on the team, and would you be on the team?
Oh, I want to be on the team.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to put myself on the team.
Okay. Very humble of you.
Yeah, thanks.
Are you skipping?
Ooh. So I'm going to put Jeff on the team so he can
Well,
skip.
of course, because he's your idol.
Yeah. Well, maybe not anymore, but yeah. So Jeff, me, 2 girls. I don't know.
It's hard.
Yeah, that is hard. That's a good question. I like that.
Yeah.
Can you tell I'm stalling to try and get?
That's fine. You just keep thinking because I'm not letting you off the hook for it. You're gonna have to answer and name 2 women.
Okay.
I hope you're not friends with a lot of them because they might all be waiting for you to say their names, and the 2 that you say will be happy, and the rest will be angry.
I take it they don't have to be in the circuit now.
No, they can. It can be anybody you want. Anyone.
Okay.
Dead or alive, doesn't matter. Your ultimate all-star team. This is your perfect team.
I wasn't really around when Sandra Schmirler was around, and
I'm glad that's what you said.
Yeah, I read the book that it's like Sandra Schmirler, and I think she was awesome, and obviously she had a lot of fans around Canada, so let's pick Sandra Schmirler.
Perfect answer.
Yeah, so
that's a good answer.
Cool.
Okay.
You're from?
I'm from Saskatchewan.
So,
yeah, I grew up watching her. I went to many Scotties and Worlds watching her play when I was younger.
And just for the hell of it, let's pick Joan McCusker.
Look at you. Oddly
team,
enough.
right?
So Joan taught my younger brother elementary school.
Wow, she was the teacher.
She still is a teacher.
Oh, amazing.
Yes. So she's excellent. So when you see her, you can ask her about being a teacher.
Okay. She's talked to me once, and that was after we won the slam, and I was just like, oh my god, it's Joan, and she was sticking a microphone in my face. I'm just babbling on, probably this interview's going, but so...
This is good. Those are 2 good. Those are 2 really good answers. Yeah, that's a pretty formidable team. So what position are you going to play then?
I want Sandra to skip, because that's cool.
Yeah, I agree. That'd be awesome.
Jeff will play 3, I'll play lead, and Joan will play 2.
Oh,
she was really good at it.
She was very good at second. Joan will be very happy to hear this.
Yeah,
I'm going to go tell her that you said this.
Good. I'm excited.
And then she'll come talk to you about it, and you'll have to be ready for it.
Okay, I'm ready.
With no mic in front of your face, though. It'll be
Come
more
on, Joan. I'm ready.
Bruce is ready to talk like a human being to you. Finally, your life's complete. Awesome. Okay, that's good. Now, what we do is usually when we end an interview, we do an Ask a Curler question. Mm-hmm. So I asked the previous person I talked to ask a question of the person I'm talking to now. Mm-hmm. So you get the question, and it is from Team Hasselberg, who were very excited to hear that you were the next person that I was going to be talking with.
Can I guess what their question was going to be?
Sure, but then you still have to answer it, even if it wasn't their question. Okay.
So
I'm excited to see what you think their question is now. This is very exciting.
It's probably really boring, and it's probably not going to be their question, but when we were in the Canadian Open, I can't remember.
Okay. Camrose, yeah.
They filmed me at a Starbucks, and they put me on their Instagram and zoomed in and were like, Ruthie. So they're probably going to be like, what's your Starbucks order or something like that.
Oh, nice.
No, is that not it?
That wasn't it, but what's your Starbucks order?
Grande Americano.
Really?
Yeah, I'm really boring.
I would not have guessed that. You don't seem like an Americano.
What do you think I am?
I don't know. Just that seems really boring to me. I expect more to you. I'm a little shocked and disappointed.
That's fine.
I expect better.
I'm now going to ask you a question. What would you think I would get out of Starbucks?
I don't know. I don't know the Starbucks menu very well. I would want something exciting, like a caramel macchiato or something like...
Never had one, so...
You've never had a caramel macchiato?
No, I'll try one next.
That's my favorite.
Okay.
That's money.
That's like you.
That's the money.
Right.
It's so good.
Money data.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And after you order and have to pay for it, then you're like, oh, I have no more money left.
Oh, jeez, okay.
It's expensive.
Yeah, I might
But
just
good.
stick to my grande.
No, you got to try it.
Okay.
Try at least one. And then if you hate it, don't tell me.
I'll just blame you.
Yeah,
But
just
nah.
all my fault, automatically. So no, that wasn't their question, actually. They went a lot higher of a road than you gave them credit for.
Okay.
And went with a little more of a serious question for you.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so they wanted to know, with you being university, you're going for your master's, I believe, right?
No,
What are you doing now?
I'm doing my undergraduate, so I'm getting a bachelor's.
Okay, so your bachelor's.
Good, thank you.
Yes, thanks. So you're in university, you're going for your bachelor's degree. That's a lot of time commitment. How do you combine and balance being full-time, really, university student to continue on, and balance the hard curling career that you've had this year of being away all the time?
Good question.
See, I was going to ask you
I
about that,
was
then they
expecting-
nailed it first. I was like, well, there goes one of my questions for Bruce. That's not fair.
I think it's like I have a really good support network that I've told you about before, and it's to do a lot. Like I'm able to do a lot of curling and university because of them.
Yeah.
So I'm really dependent on them, and they've done a great job with me. University have been so understanding of me being away for 5 weeks for the last.
Yeah.
It's been over my exam period, and my dissertation was meant to be handed in 2 weeks ago.
Oh, gosh.
I was meant to have an exam yesterday. So they've been really understanding. Actually, it's funny because I got emailed my exam paper this morning,
No.
and I have to type, there's 5 questions. I have to answer every question and send it back to them by the 18th of May.
Oh, okay,
So
yeah.
I read over the questions this morning and couldn't answer one of them.
Oh, no.
So this will be a fun few weeks when I get back.
Oh, gosh.
So it's just being really antisocial and just making sure that you do study and you do all the work you can.
They did
when
say
you're
they
on
have
the road.
caught you with a few books here and there.
Oh, okay. So that's good. See, someone has. My team are always like, shouldn't you be studying? Just like, get lost. Leave me alone. So yeah, I actually took the week off between players and this and did my dissertation. So I was really antisocial, went to the library in Toronto,
Wow.
which is an amazing city, and I hardly got to see any of it. Whereas Bob and Grant went to Miami, chilled on a beach or in a pool or whatever. And our coach went to New York, so he obviously got to see New York. And I'm just like, hey guys, typing my dissertation. So yeah, no, it's just, you just be ready to not have a lot of free time. And just, if you really want to do both, then really focus on putting all your time into it.
So you're always traveling with books or something? Is that pretty much the life that you're leading right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then I finish next month, and then I'm
Oh, okay. So
hopefully full-time curler. If not, then I'll find a part-time job.
so you won't have that for next season then?
Nope.
So this is it.
This is my,
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations on that. That's big news.
I'm not passed yet, so
Well, that's true. Apparently, from what we heard, you may not.
Yeah, exactly.
Life is tough all of a sudden.
Yeah.
What are you graduating? What's your bachelor going to be in?
So it's a really long title, but it's basically event management with entrepreneurship, so business.
Okay. Yep.
I think the real title is like International Festival and Events Management with Entrepreneurship.
Wow.
Basically,
Sounds
a
impressive.
glorified party planner.
Sounds a lot of fun.
Yeah, so if you want to have a party planned for you,
Call
this
Bruce.
is the guy.
And obviously, that's what we've heard about your Grand Slam video. You're the fun guy in the background. Just popping up here and there.
Yeah. Fun guy or like weird guy. I mean, I'm not sure which one it is, but yeah.
So what are you hoping to do with that degree? Let's say you stop curling for whatever reason. What would be the ideal job then for you?
Since I was quite young, I always wanted to own a business. So
Yeah?
it's probably owning a business.
Oh, right
It's
on.
maybe not going into the events industry. It's owning some sort of business. Not got any inspiration yet.
More on the entrepreneurial side.
Yeah.
Oh, right
definitely.
on.
Yeah.
That's cool. Well, look at you. So we've learned Bruce is also very smart. Well, we're hoping.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, we're hoping you're
Again,
going to graduate.
I'm not past yet.
In a month from now, we can officially say, hopefully, Bruce is smart. He graduated.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah, let's
well,
go with
congratulations in advance. That's
you very
hopefully. I'm going to go out on a small limb here and assume you're going to pass.
I hope so.
I'll put a little bit of faith in you here.
Thanks, yeah. No, I should pass. I'm sitting all right now.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Was that hard during the like World Championships and all that? You still have to do all that stuff still, or did you just took time off completely?
Yeah, I told the guys that I wasn't going to do any studying.
Right on.
It's a long week and you have to focus on one thing. I don't think I could have focused on two.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just took the total week off. I was meant to do stuff with the players, but it never happened.
Yeah.
And I just did a lot last week, and I've done some this week. Literally wrote like 200 words on an essay, and that's about it. So it's still something, I guess.
Well, technically, you've started, I guess.
Yeah.
It's better than nothing.
Yeah. So yeah, better than nothing. That's a good word.
Well, it's still pretty impressive, though, given the season that you've had with all the success, and doing that you're still pulling it off while you're traveling and playing. So it's still got to be you got to be kind of proud of yourself for pulling that off, because going through university alone is a grind, but adding in the curling side of it and the travel and everything else, that's still pretty impressive.
Yeah, it can be pretty tough anyway. So yeah, I'm pretty proud of myself for achieving that.
I think so.
Hopefully achieving it.
Well, at the end of the day, too, whatever happens with curling, whether you go to the Olympics or not, or whatever sex you have, no one can ever take that, at least the education side, away from you. So that's props to you. So good job.
Thanks.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Now, I'm going to have an Ask a Curler question for you to ask someone else.
Okay.
However, I don't have the next person lined up quite yet. I'm working on something still. We have a few options.
Okay.
So it depends who it is. I'm not going to tell you, because I don't want to get you down one path in case it not works out not the way I want.
Okay, so I have to think of a more generic.
But you'll have no. What I'll do is, how about we do? Once I know who it is, I will send that person's name to you, and that'll give you some time to think about a full question.
Okay, I like
it. It may not be this season though.
That's fine.
So you may get a long time to not have to worry about this at all. And then all of a sudden September will come and you will get a random message from me being like, Bruce, I need a question by tomorrow for this person.
Okay.
Make it quick. I know you're really good at rapid fire.
Am I? I feel like the rapid fire took the longest to get through.
Team Hasselberg took a lot longer than you.
Oh, okay. Well,
but I had three of them talking,
right,
so
okay.
That took a little longer than you. You held your own against 3 Olympic champions.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. I never answered who my mixed doubles team would be.
Bring it back. Good call.
Actually, I don't really want
good memory. No, you have to now. Too bad you brought it up.
Mixed doubles.
It could be anybody.
Okay, I'm going to stick with Gina.
Look at you. You're scared that she's dumping you officially.
Yeah. No,
You're scared of her.
Yeah, exactly. She's terrifying. Have you seen her? She's like 5'5". No, sorry, Gina. No,
you did kind of tower over her. When I stood and watched you guys and interviewed you, you were towering over her, and you're not exactly the tallest dude on tour.
No, I'm not. I'm pretty tall, though. I'm pretty happy with how my height is.
How tall are you?
Just shy of 6 feet.
Well, that's pretty good, actually.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to stick with Gina because really good friends. She's a great curler. Had a lot of fun with her on tour the last 4 years. So.
And you guys have been very successful, so you want to stick with someone that you're going to be good with.
Yeah.
That's fair. Gina, you're sticking around.
Congratulations.
You should feel very lucky right now. Bruce has not cut you completely. Wow, it's tough. Bruce, you run a tight ship over there, my friend. Impressive.
Thanks, yeah.
Wow, I love it. Well, I've got no more questions for you. Thanks for doing this, Bruce. I appreciate it. I know, you guys don't play tonight, which is great, but I know you want to spend some time and enjoy the nice weather we finally have. You didn't have any nice weather in Toronto, and you were at a library anyway being boring, so no fun at all for you.
Yeah, I got to look out a window a few times. That was great.
That's right. But you guys went to Banff the other day?
Yeah, so we went.
How was that?
Amazing. I love Banff. I was there for a week last year.
Oh, okay, right on.
So I've been to Banff a few times and been to Jasper. Was it the Skywalk or something?
Oh, yeah.
Ice Fields?
Yep, the Ice Fields, yep.
The nicest place I've ever been in my life. Just beautiful.
We are pretty spoiled here. We have a very nice backyard, basically. That's excellent. Yeah. Big plans then for tonight? You guys are going to hit up the arena and watch some games?
I think so, yeah. My dad came over, so I'm going to go and chill with him for a bit and watch some curling. He'll probably ask me 100 questions because he's not that big a curler himself, but I'm looking forward to it. So.
Excellent. Well, best luck at Champions Cup this week. Best of luck going into next season. We're excited to see what you do to follow up this year. Yeah. Big shoes to fill now.
Yeah, I know.
A lot of pressure. Very exciting. Don't let us down.
Okay.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Bruce. Welcome to the family. We're happy to have you.
Thank you very much. Yeah,
awesome.
it's been fun.
Thank you.
Thanks.